Well, that was something, I guess. I know I said last week I would complain if even Zeref got destroyed just like that. However, the title of the next chapter seems to hint there will be something other than that. And so we will picture just the darkness here, right? As we tell about the latest fairy tale chapter 464, as we complain about envy and all that stuff, but that's not really in this chapter. It's more like in their personal life. I'm talking gibberish. In this chapter, Natsu finally showed his so-called secret weapon, and indeed it turns out it wasn't a bluff. Well, Natsu is one to never bluff. It's just more the fact that some were saying, what kind of thing is it? And this was actually a legitimate cool. It was the last bit of power left by his dragon father Igneels. And it's the reason why he can only use it once, because after 10 months of training, he realized that this power would disappear if he uses it, because this was the last amount of magic power from the dragon. Does that mean that once he has used it, Natsu will revert back to weak as it was 1 year ago? Or because he has used the Fire Dragon's King's fist and all that stuff, and here seems to hint that now he goes Fire Dragon King's mode, where he fuses his Dragon Slayer magic with the will of the King of the Dragons, of Fire Dragons, Igneels, in order to create this mode. A one-time thing, which is powerful enough to even hurt Zeref as they fight. But before that, Zeref had asked Igneels to take away the army away, even though Igneels considered this beneath him. But this shows that they all know, at least the Springians, what Zeref really is, because Igneels confirms it. And on a side note, and the fight, it turns out Zeref can fight back, and he's just not one magic pony. Well, we know he was a genius, but still. And however, Natsu gathers so much magic that seemingly obliterates Zeref. However, Zeref says some names now. Some names that makes me wonder, what is this hinting toward? As Natsu covers the entire field with flames, Natsu begins to charge against Zeref. And so Zeref thanks people. Anna, Layla, and Mavis. Are you kidding me? Layla? There's a connection to Layla and Zeref after all? There have been so many fan theories that there have been a hint. And now we met Brandish, who had some kind of connection to her too. So yeah, I guess it really is a connection. Are we gonna see what that is? I don't know. Because Natsu seemingly punched Zeref and I guess obliterates him. Does that mean Zeref is gone? Just like that? I mean, the thing is, next week's chapter is called 400 Years. Is this gonna be a flashback? Is this going to finally explain what happened to EMD? And when I mean that is, how did Natsu become Natsu, and how did it, or maybe I should more say, how could the EMD split himself into Natsu? That's what I want to know. Moreover, I also want to know how old Natsu really is. Because going for the fact that it was a child in Neil, I say he ages just like a normal human. But he is 400 years old, technically. Still, that's a very many different questions. So, but I complained last week that if Zeref gets obliterated like that, I would complain. And now it seems like Zeref really has been obliterated. Freed from his pain. You mean just like that? Talk about anticlimactic. Then again, Hiromashima-san is very known to troll us. Maybe he will troll us now. Again, I'll save the real complaints to next week. Next week's chapter, 400 Years, seems to hint towards somewhat excitement, I guess. Other than that, it was a very cool one with Natsu's dragon tattoo and the dying will of Igneels. In a way, that's very heartwarming. So give me your thoughts if you have any.